Good morning. Thank you for being here. And thank you for giving yourself some time for yoga. We're going to need a chair today or something close to you that can provide a balance space. So a counter, a table, something. Just something we're going to do the practice. This is a standing practice, focusing on leg strength and balance. But if your legs are fatigued, you just need a little assistance. We don't want to think about I'm falling. We want to think about what we're breathing and moving. And so it's always great to have a chair nearby. You can also do the practice, certain things that will work with your back against a wall. So that can be really nice too, where you can sort of relax into it and think about other things rather than just balance. Chair a little bit. So let's begin. And I should also say you can also sit, of course, at any time. You can always change up. It's your yoga. Just offering some guidance. So ankles under hips. Kind of find your hip points there. Kind of ankles under hips. Hips under shoulders. Hands, arms at ease, just wherever they naturally hang. You don't have to try to open your palms or try to close them, just wherever they naturally work for you. And imagining a tall spine. So feeling the bottoms of your feet. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes. You can put fingertips on the chair here or keep your eyes open, your choice. But picturing your feet, and as you inhale, kind of bringing that strength up through the body, up through a nice tall spine, and out the top of the head. So just imagining that strength, that nice tall spine. Ease with the knees. So a gentle knee, not pushing through the back of your knees. So strong, but not hyperextending or pushing. Some folks have a tendency, and we don't want to do that. So a gentle bend. Let's bring the shoulders up toward the ears. Roll them back, kind of really open the heart. And then just let the arms fall down by the side. And breathe. Listen to your inhale and exhale. Ease in the jaw, ease in the shoulders and hands. A gentle lift to the toes, just gentle, more so that you feel you're connected with the presence of the bottoms of your feet, balls of your toes, heels, and breathe. Gentle wiggle piano of the fingers, a roll of the wrists. Nice strong mountain pose. So when we stand, we'd like to keep the weight evenly distributed in our feet. Classic, I do it all the time, dropping a hip. Not so good for our low back and spine. We want to be present in both of our feet. Nice. Open the eyes if they're closed. Circle sweep the arms. Inhale, look up. And exhale down. Once again, but again, breathing from the bottoms of your feet all the way up through your fingertips. Inhale up, full body. And exhale down. Very nice. And then with the feet under the hips, again, not pressing through the back of the knees, we're just going to sway over to one side, always holding the chair if that makes you more comfortable, to sort of your edge where your left foot is still fully in contact. Your weight's in your right, or whichever, if you're doing it backwards for me or opposite for me, and sway to the other side. Inhale, use your exhale to come through center and move to the other side. Find your edge, breathe. If you really want to play with your balance, you can put your fingertips on the chair and close your eyes while you do this. Just kind of brain games. Good. One more time. And back to center. Nice. Move. It's a lot of tension. Ease in the knees. Now we're going to come forward, leaving the toes off the ground. We're going to bring the toes up off the ground and rock forward into the balls of the feet. So a little bit more of a challenge than gripping with the toes. We want to really try to play with our foundation. So coming forward with a straight body, heels are on the ground. So just a little into the front of your feet. Inhale, exhale, draw the body in, come through center, and then back on your heels. Again, fingertips on the chair or counter, keeping the balls of the toes on the ground into the heel. Do that a couple of times. Using your exhale to draw yourself back to the center. If you find your big toe or little toes touching, that's okay. We're just playing with that foundation. And wobbling is just your body finding balance. Wobbling is not bad. When you come back to center, let's pause. Shake out the knees, hips and core, doing a lot of work there. Good. Now fingers on the chair and plant into your left foot, say left foot, and rise up onto so we're not weight bearing. We're going to roll the ankle. You don't want to do this weight bearing. One way and then the other. Sometimes. And pause on the top of the toes, really reaching the front of the ankle forward. So again, we're not weight bearing, but we're really trying to get the bend into the toes. This helps with balance, agility, stairs, all the good stuff. Good. And then ease up on the press, but sort of keeping the toes on the ground. We're going to inhale, open the knee, and exhale, close it. Just sort of move it, breathe. Try to find your range as you open and exhale to close. Good. Next time you open, go ahead and hold, really reaching the outside of the knee back, keeping the left hip pointing forward. Breathe. Good. And back to center. Other side. So again, hands on the chair. We don't want to be fall into our left foot. We're going to lift the left foot now. And rotate the ankle. Little circles with the knees, one way and then the other. This side might be different. Just move into it, move with it. Breathing. Easing the jaw, easing the shoulders, lots of concentration. We don't want to draw everything up into the shoulders. Good. Now, what do we do? Let's do knee open and closed. Pivoting on that foot. This might be a different order. That's okay. Find your edge, sort of reaching out and reaching across. Good. Next time you open, go ahead and hold that reach. Reaching with the outside of the knee. Waking up the back of the hip. Breathe. Good. Come back to center. And now we're going to do that toe stretch. So really reaching the front of the ankle forward, getting into the back of the toes. Again, if the big toe isn't excited about it, you can concentrate on the little toes. Breathe. Watch your shoulders. Watch your jaw. Maybe close the eyes and just imagine your breath going into those back of the toes. Maybe bringing the ankle a little closer in to have the big toe join. Breathe. Good, and lower down. Let's bicycle the knees or wake the hips up. We're gonna call them back into service here. And then a little sway side to side. So a bicycle, sort of moving the hip out to the side. Good, and pause, one hip out, opposite knee bent. Good, inhale, exhale, belly to spine, draw the body back to center, and exhale, other side. Drop the other hip, bend the knee, opposite knee, breathe. Ease in the shoulders. Good. Inhale, Exhale, belly to spine, back to center. Great. Now using a counter or the back of a chair, we're going to raise up both toes, raise up on both backs of both toes, raising the heel. Doesn't have to be high. This pumping is great for circulation, these ankle pumps. And then maybe challenge yourself to come up just a little bit higher. And if you're feeling crazy with balance, just take your hands off the chair. In the waist, heart space, out to the side. You do you. Good. Now we're going to raise up at the top of your range. Really pushing through and pause. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Lower down slowly. Inhale. Exhale, push back up. Nice tall spine. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push and hold. Breathe. Hello, calves. And lower down. Nice. Bicycle it out. Very good. So facing your chair or your counter, presence in your left foot. We're going to raise that right foot up off the ground, rotate the ankle. One way and then the other. And then just step back, kind of a pace. We want our foot flat on the floor. So toes are probably out about 45 degrees. Find what's a comfortable pace for you. Both hips are facing forward because we're going to bend the left knee and then reach that right hip forward. So nothing awkward, but we just want to be present in that right hip flexor. If your foot's open, then you're not really, your hip points need to be in the same direction, facing forward, so you can get into the hip flexor. Breathe. Stretching the hip flexor, I don't like to use the word stretch because that finding space, but it really is important to open the hip flexor. It actually helps you bend forward, sort of frees up the whole pelvic bone. Breathe. Good. Let's add arms so they don't feel left out. We'll arms by the side. We'll inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg, arms overhead. Inhale, bend the left knee. Reach forward with that right front hip. Exhale. Inhale. Really reaching forward with that right hip. Exhale. Good. Let's pause down again. Breathe. Ease in the shoulders. If you'd like to work on your shoulders a little bit, you can reach back. Ease in the face, reaching that right hip forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg and step forward. And just notice for a moment that right leg versus left. All that hip space there. Good. Weight in the right foot. Let's pick up the left. Circle the ankle. And gently step back. A pace, maybe a little bigger than a pace. Again, hip is forward, and then whatever your knee determines for your foot so that it can be flat on the ground. Bend in the right knee. And now think about reaching forward with that left hip flexor. Good, so strong, ease in the jaw, breathing into that left hip. Thinking about our balance, both feet. Maybe you lift your toes a little just to really ground in, breathe. Good. Let's do a little different shoulder motion with this one. So we'll inhale. Let's switch the breathing up too. So we'll inhale, straighten the front leg, open the arms. Exhale back, reach with that left hip. Inhale, straight leg, arms back, kind of reaching back. Exhale forward, reach with that left hip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Good. Pausing. Lifting. Reaching with that left hip. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the arms. Step forward Tadasana, mountain pose. Just taking a moment, closing the eyes, breathe. All that energy flowing around the legs and body. Just enjoy it. Breathe. Very nice. Inhale, sweep the arms. Open mouth, exhale. Little shake. Good. All right, we're gonna do the want the chair out of our way side to side, but you might have it in front of you again. We're gonna be opening the legs so you can have the chair in front. So I'm gonna open my legs wide, going into goddess pose. Should show you. So toes are pointing in the same direction as the knees, and we're gonna drop down. Doesn't matter how far you drop down. Again, we want balance and ease. Steady, comfortable is a yoga mantra. Steady, comfortable. Good. So hands to the heart space, hand on a chair. Dipping down, challenge yourself a little bit, straight back. And we want to keep the knees open. If you find your knees really falling in, that's a balance problem. So bring your feet in. We don't want, I should say that's a balance. We don't want you to be worried about balance. So bring them in so you're comfortable and steady. Very nice. Now goddess arms. Full active, wide open fingers, pressing into the mat with our feet. Good, let's move. So we'll inhale, exhale, draw that pelvic floor in and up, reach the hands up. Inhale, soften and lower, so strong, knees are open. Exhale, push the legs up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, knees are open. Exhale. Good, full body strength. Great, presence in those feet. Nice, pause. We're gonna challenge ourselves in chair here. Elbows are open. Face is happy, knees are open. Inhale. Exhale, push the ground away, reach up. And hands to the hips, very nice. You can move your feet in just a little bit, just because we're gonna do a little bit of a back bend. So inhale and look up. Again, sort of reaching forward with the hips. We're gonna exhale straight back, keeping your back straight, shoulders are back, elbows are back, the back is straight, head is in neutral, so we're not looking up, not tucking. Just coming to a flat back. Pausing here, you can rest your fingers on the chair. The core strength and leg strength is happening if your arms are up. Your arms are down, not as much core, but that's okay because we're still really into the back of the legs. Breathe. Very nice. Now with the hands at the very top of the legs, we'll move very slowly to come up. You can roll up. You can roll up if your back is supported. We don't want to do that not supported, because that way if the back's unhappy, your hands are there to brace. But that's why they say straighten your back and push with the knees. But you can roll up. It's good for that flexion. Just needs to be supported. Let's bring the feet together. We're going to do that again. A forward fold. Inhale, sweep. We're going to exhale, swan dive down, keeping the back straight, kind of slowly lowering down so that we remind ourselves back straight, shoulders back, head in neutral. Again, you can rest your hand. You can do heart space. You can have your hands out or elbows back, whatever you'd like. But we're pausing here really to get into the hamstrings, glutes, keeping the shoulder back. Breathe. Very nice. Now put a bend in the knees. Hands to the top of the legs. And we're going to gently roll up. Push the ground away. Roll up. And come to standing. Tadasana. Very nice. So a little chair challenge. We're not going to come all the way down. So you don't, if you feel better about being right in front of your chair, please do. but we're not gonna sit. So we're just gonna have that there in case we need it. Calves can be right at the front of the chair. Great practice. Should do this every day. We all sit a lot, so we're gonna hover, but not sit today. Hands can be at the heart space, out, up if you really wanna pick up the heat. So we're gonna inhale and lower. Exhale, push the ground away, draw the belly in and up to stand. Inhale, lower, soften, hinging just at the hip and the knees and the ankles. Exhale, up. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Doesn't matter how low you're going. Exhale. Find time to do this when you sit or stand, to just challenge yourself to do it a few times. If you need help to standing from sitting, that's fine. And then practice once you're up. Good. We're going to hover, find your challenge point. Breathe. Shoulders down from the ears. Maybe lift the toes. Happy yoga face. Breathe. Almost there. Inhale. Exhale, push the ground away, belly to spine, come to standing. Very nice. And Tadasana. Take a nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Sweep the arms, take a nice breath. Strong hands pushing heavy air down. Again, strong arms lifting heavy air. Active through the hands. Exhale, pushing heavy air down. Nice, and then let's float one. So relax the arms. Float the arms up. And float them down. Beautiful. So we're going to do balancing standing. We're going to do our chair pose. Lots of ways to do chair. Just have chair on the mat. So someplace where you can put your fingers. And this is a great one to do against the wall. So if you can have both the chair and the wall. It's kind of nice to lean into the wall, gives you a little bit more freedom of balance. So we're going to plant into the left foot and gently raise the right knee. Open so that your toe is touching. This can be your chair. This can be your tree. This is a beautiful tree. If you'd like, you can lift the foot to the calf, just not on the knee. If you're super bendy and strong and things that I don't do, you can put your foot way up there. But yeah, that doesn't happen. Your other option is to cross the leg. This can be nice too, because then you're leaning the ankle into the shin, whether the toe is pointed or toe is touching or not. So find your tree. And if you're standing there all steady, you're not wobbling, then open your arms. Do something challenging so that your body is finding balance, not standing there perfectly in it. Breathe. Finding our balance is making our legs work, our core, our brain. So it's not about being steady. It's about challenge. Very nice. Breathe. Now, if your arms aren't up, put your arms up, or one arm, and just sort of move side to side. Again, it's about finding balance. Very nice. And pause. Lower the foot. Bring the knee in. And come to standing. Nice. Just breathe. Ease in the jaw, ease in the shoulders. Shift over into the right foot. Gentle bend to the left knee and open. Depending on your right leg or hip or back, this is your tree right now. If you'd like, you can try a variation, foot to calf, cross the leg, whatever you'd like. When you find your steady spot, which could be hand on a chair, doesn't matter, challenge yourself to find a place that makes you bobble a little. And breathe. Our dristi is our point of focus. Find a point of focus and breathe. Very nice. Now, if you want to put your toe down because we're going to move our hands, that's fine. You can change it up. This side likes to bobble for me, so I'm going to put my toe down a little bit. Move my arms, breathe, ease in the jaw, breathe. We don't want to hold our breath. Good, and come to stillness. Lower the foot, pedal out the right leg, and Tadasana. Beautiful. With the eyes closed, if you like, fingertips can be on the chair or on the counter, but eyes closed for a little body scan. Gently lifting the toes, just gently, and then lower them down. Breathing in and out in the feet. Moving up to the ankles. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice the calves. And your knees. Thighs. Hips. Your seat. And breathing into the belly and ribs and chest, shoulders, arms, hands, breathing. Notice the neck and face and head. And taking it all in this body of ours as you inhale and exhale. Wiggling the fingers, gentle movement of the toes. Bringing the fingertips together, thumb to the heart space. With gratitude for our breath and our bodies and the movement. And palms together, fingertips to the sky, inhale. And exhale, thumb to the heart space. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, everyone.